President Obama, we have been pretty methodical over the last 24 hours in working through the flight manifest and identifying which passengers might have had AU. S passport. At this point, the individual that I mentioned is the sole person that we can definitively say was a US or dual citizen. Because events are moving so quickly, I don't want to say with absolute certainty that there might not be additional Americans, but at this stage, having worked through the list, been in contact with the Malaysian government, which processed the passports as folks were boarding. This is our best assessment of the number of Americans that were killed. Obviously that does nothing to lessen our outrage about all those families. Regardless of nationality, it is a heartbreaking event. With respect to the effect of sanctions on the economy, we have consistently tried to tailor these sanctions in ways that would have an impact on Russia, on their economy. On their institutions or individuals that are aiding and abetting in the activities that are taking place in eastern Ukraine. While minimizing the impacts on not only the U. S economy but the global economy. It is a relevant consideration that we have to keep in mind. The world economy is integrated, Russia is a large economy. There's a lot of financial flows between Russia and the rest of the world. But we feel confident that at this point the sanctions that we've put in place are imposing a cost on Russia. That their overall impact on the global economy is minimal. It is something that we have to obviously pay close attention to, but I think Treasury. In consultation with our European partners, have done a good job so far on that issue. Thank you very much, everybody. Barack Obama. Commencement address at Miami-Dade College. Delivered April 29, 2011, James L. Knight International Center. Thank you, Miami-Dade. Thank you. Please, everyone, be seated. Hey Fiza, thank you for that wonderful introduction. To Dr. Padron, Dr. Vicente, to the Board of Trustees, the faculty, parents, family, friends. And, most important, the class of 2011, congratulations on reaching this day. And thank you for allowing me the profound honor of being a part of it. And thank you for my first honorary associate degree. One of the perks of this job is that degrees come free these days. Not that it impresses anybody at home. Now Michelle just says, "Hey, doctor, go take that dog for a walk." It is such a thrill to be at one of the largest, most diverse institutions of higher learning. In America, one that just this week was named one of the top community colleges in the nation. More than 170,000 students study across your 8 campuses. You come from 181 countries, represented by the flags that just marched across. This stage. You speak 94 languages. About 90% of you are minorities. And because more than 90% of you find a job in your field of study. It's fitting that your motto is opportunity changes everything. As someone who's only here because of the chances my education gave me, I couldn't agree more. Opportunity changes everything. America will only be as strong in this new century as the opportunities that we provide you, the opportunities that we provide to all our young people. Latino, Black, White, Asian, Native American, everybody. America will only be as strong as our pursuit of scientific research and our leadership in technology and innovation. And I believe that community colleges like this one are critical pathways to the middle class that equip students with the skills and the education necessary to compete and win in this 21st century economy. And that's why I've made community colleges a centerpiece of my education agenda. Along with helping more students afford college. I couldn't be prouder of the work we've done in community colleges. And your accomplishment today is vital to America reclaiming the highest proportion of college graduates in the world by 2020. So I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I know that for many of you reaching this day wasn't easy. Audience, no. The President, see. I got some amens there. Perhaps you're the first in your family to go to college. Some of you have had to overcome big obstacles, defeat your own doubts. Prove yourself to everyone who ever believed that you couldn't make it because of what you look like or where you came from. And, of course, for so many of you, this day represents the fulfillment of your family's dreams when you were born. This is their achievement as well, so give it up for your parents and your grandparents. Your cousins and your uncles and your aunties. This is their day, too. This is their day, too. See, the diploma you're about to receive stands for something more than the investment you made in yourselves. It's the result of an investment made by generations before you. An investment in that radical yet simple idea that America is the place where you can make it if you try. That's the ideal that has made this country, that's the idea that's represented by that one flag that all of you cheered for. That's what has made us a shining light to the world. And preserving this idea, keeping the American dream alive from one generation to the next. That's never been an easy task. It's an even greater test in times of rapid change. And all of you are graduating at a moment when change is coming faster than ever before. We're emerging from an economic downturn like we haven't seen since the 1930s. Massive shifts in technology have shifted profoundly what our economy looks like. Massive shifts abroad geopolitically have swift and dramatic impacts not only overseas but also here at home. From markets on Wall Street to wallets on Main Street. Just as advances in technology have the power to make our lives better, they also force us to compete with other nations like never before. Tackling big challenges like terrorism and climate change requires sustained national effort. And yet too often, our politics seems as broken, as divided as ever. So I know that for many of you it's an intimidating time to be marching out into the world. Everything seems so unsettled. The future may seem unclear. But as you make your way in this ever-changing world, you should take comfort in knowing that as a country, we've navigated tougher times before. We've sailed stormier seas. Earlier today, I spent some time in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And some of you have seen what happened there as a consequence of the tornadoes that struck. The mayor and I visited a community where the devastation from this storm was simply heartbreaking. Entire homes and blocks just gone. Wiped away. Some families lost everything. Some families lost family. But what was striking is the way that damaged community has come together, how they've rallied around one another. The mayor there, young man doing wonderful work, Mayor Maddox. He put it best. He told me that when disasters like this strike, all our grievances seem to go away. All our differences don't seem to matter. All our political disagreements seem so petty. We help each other, we support one another, as one country, as one people. That's the American spirit. No matter how hard we are tested, we look to our faith and our faith in one another. No matter what the challenge. We've always carried the American dream forward. That's been true throughout our history. When bombs fell on Pearl Harbor, when an Iron Curtain fell over Europe. When the threat of nuclear war loomed just 90 miles from the city. When a brilliant September morning was darkened by terror, in none of those instances did we falter. We endured. We carried the dream forward. We've gone through periods of great economic turmoil, from an economy where most people worked on farms to one where most people worked in factories to now one fueled by information and technology. Through it all, we persevered. We've adapted. We've prospered. Workers found their voice. And the right to organize for fair wages and safe working conditions. We carried forward. When waves of Irish and Italian immigrants were derided as criminals and outcasts, when Catholics were discriminated against. Or Jews had to succumb to quotas, or Muslims were blamed for society's ills. When blacks were treated as second-class citizens and marriages like my own parents were illegal in much of the country, we didn't stop. We didn't accept inequality. We fought. We overcame. We carried the dream forward. We have carried this dream forward through times when our politics seemed broken. This is not the first time where it looked like politicians were going crazy. In heated debates over our founding. Some warned independence would doom America to a scene of bloody discord and desolation for ages. That was the warning about independence. One of our greatest presidents, Thomas Jefferson, was labeled an infidel and a howling atheist. With fangs. Think about that. Even I haven't gotten that one yet. Lincoln, Lincoln, FDR. They were both vilified in their own times as tyrants, power-hungry, bent on destroying democracy. And of course, this state has seen its fair share of tightly contested elections.